It was reported that President Donald Trump would be spending some time with French President Emmanuel Macron. He had scheduled a working lunch, and it was stated that dinner was also planned because Donald Trump wanted to build on the relationship with the new French president. According to the White House, in advance of the NATO leaders' meeting, President Trump urged President Macron to meet the NATO defense spending pledge and ensure that NATO is focused on counterterrorism. The president thanked President Macron for France's leadership in counterterrorism efforts in Africa. The leaders agreed on the critical importance of defeating ISIS in Iraq and Syria. President Trump discussed his recent travel to Saudi Arabia and Israel and his hope for Middle East peace. The two leaders committed to maintaining and building on the already strong alliance between the United States and France as they cooperate on these and other vital issues. While the meeting between Donald Trump and Emmanuel Macron sounded business as usual, afterwards, Emmanuel Macron went and met with Commission President Jean-Claude Juncker and stated, "We need a Europe which protects people, and this will give Europe a new meaning as citizens do not understand it otherwise." He was brainstorming and speaking like a commission president to the commission president. He stated, "Take workers. Europe needs a consistent approach. It has to protect workers, in particular the lowest paid workers. Europe should put an end to social dumping. We need to have tax convergence. We need to have trade reciprocity," he added. "There should be a Europe with a defense policy, with defense ambitions. This implies reforms in the area of asylum." He stated that he has undertaken to promote these reforms. He discussed them with the German Chancellor, Mrs. Merkel, and all this is part of their common agenda. Macron continued, "They have to work together to be more ambitious. Europe has to be more ambitious in the euro area in particular. Here, too, it is vital first to offer long-term vision. They have to move towards greater convergence. They have to be more efficient. They have to boost investment." This is what he intends to do within his sphere of national responsibility, within the borders of France, but also throughout Europe collectively. Europe has an ally in efforts to make Europe stronger, easier for our citizens to understand. They have to be more effective and fairer. So Macron is talking about defense ambitions. So Macron would like to see an EU-wide army. And this is what he means by a Europe with a defense policy, within defense ambitions. He would like to see the EU army. He would like to see the euro even strengthened further so that there would be greater prosperity within the EU. It is obvious by the end of the day that Emmanuel Macron had given some time to Donald Trump, but his heart is with the EU. Jean-Claude Juncker stated that his conviction had been reinforced. The new French president will be an ally of the Commission in its work on behalf of Europe and future integration. With the election of Emmanuel Macron, who campaigned on a globalist, federalist, pro-European Union platform, who has obviously given his heart to EU unity and the European movement, this no doubt marks a turning point in EU affairs and will help thrust the EU forward into greater unity, which is what I have been predicting based on end-time Bible prophecy here on Prophecy Talk.